All right, guys, welcome back to a new episode of the Fairgame podcast. It's been a minute since we've seen you. Eric, Adam, how you guys doing?
Doing great. It's good to see you guys again.
G'day, guys. Good to be back.
Yeah, no, we have a few episodes planned for you guys already. We're going to be speaking with a few people that we're calling changemakers. We call them changemakers because we really believe these 5 folks are pushing the game of golf forward. And we're actually very lucky to be starting off this series with a man who is absolutely changing the face of the game. A changemaker, to say the very least. His name is Hideki Matsuyama. He is the current Masters champion, a gentleman that we referenced last time on the pod, and we are going to get into an interview with him very, very soon. Adam, you've known Hideki for a long time, yeah?
Yeah, I have, really. I mean, close to 10 years now. I think we first played in 2012 together when he was turning pro and making his way pretty much straight over to the US Tour. I mean, this guy is so talented. Obviously, he's now won the Masters. Not that he needed to do that to give his talent credibility, but he's really a phenomenal golfer, and he is making big changes to the game on a global level. You know, in the Asian region, to be the first Asian to win the Masters tournament, the first Japanese player to win the Masters is a big deal. You know, the ladies' game is going really strong in Asia at the professional level. They've won a lot of majors, but it's been a bit harder for the men to break through. So I'm really keen to hear how Hideki's feeling after winning the Masters. He's got to be on cloud 9 still, and also how he feels it's going to impact the game over in kind of his part and my part of the world too. You know, I sit just under Asia there in Australia.
So Hideki wasn't just the first person of Japanese descent to win the Masters, but first to win any major. And Japan is such a golf crazed country. I mean, it's got to mean the world to him and to the whole nation.
It might mean more to the nation than to Hideki. I mean, that might be a tough one to get your head around, but they are the biggest fans of golf, I think, anywhere I've ever been, and that they're fanatical about it. It's an incredible place to play golf, and I think it's the second biggest golf market in the world outside the United States, and for a fairly small country, that's amazing. But they do love it, and he must be right now the biggest sports star that Japan has. So it's really going to be really fun to talk to him today about a whole bunch of stuff.
So it's exciting for me as a Columbus native to see you guys getting back together for the podcast today, especially since you guys kind of, you performed really well against us back in 2013, the President's Cup at Muirfield, when you guys were paired together a couple times, and then they had to throw Tiger at you, right?
That's right. Look, yeah, Hideki was really young, and I had just kind of hit my stride. I'd won the Masters that year, and the President's Cup was at one of my favorite venues, Muirfield Village. And being one of the elderly guys on the team even then, I kind of took Hideki under the wing for the week. And I remember that week really well. It was a long, wet week. There were a lot of delays and stuff like that. But you could see his talent was there. He'd made the team anyway, so he was obviously very good. But we did have some success, and you just knew as soon as he kind of refined a couple of areas of his game, and I'll say it while he's not with us right now, but you can check it out when he is with us on the pod here, that he, his short iron play, he was so aggressive, and he kept hitting me over the back of the green that week, and I had to chip it down. But, that aggression also is one of his big attributes. So, I've really watched Hideki fairly closely. We've played a lot of President's Cup golf together over the years. The year after that President's Cup, he won the Memorial Tournament, and I was playing with him in the final round. So, I could take some credit for kind of showing him around Muirfield Village in 2013. We'll check that out with him too, how much he remembers about me talking to him on the course. But,
right.
there is a language barrier for sure with Hideki, but I think I've had a fairly close relationship, and certainly I remember back in those years spending a lot of time playing with him, and he was asking a lot of questions to myself and also my caddy about how to go about things out here. I have to say, one of the things I really admire about the Japanese players especially, but also the other Asian players, when they come over to the United States to play, I think it's a brave move. You know, they have a Japan tour at home. They could stay home and play all year in their kind of comfort zone. But guys like Shigeki Matsuyama and Ryo Ishikawa and Hideki, and I'm leaving a couple out, but that pack up and leave and come over, they're not speaking. It's got to be tough to come over and mix it out here. And I really admire, you know, the courage those guys have shown. And obviously Hideki's talent has shown up as well. And he's probably gone through some tough trots where he's a long way from home. He's a young guy out here on his own with not many mates. And, you know, his passion and drive to succeed has outweighed all that. So I do really admire what he's done.
Yeah, I think, you know, traveling abroad for work for anybody is daunting. You do it all the time. I've done it as well. I think Eric has as well. But I think, you know, doing it, you know, in a professional setting is one thing. Doing it in a professional setting with a crowd around you of people yelling at you all the time and chanting and screaming and everything in a language that is not native has to be a whole nother level of stress that I definitely have a lot of respect for sure.
Yeah. And, you know, we talked about how bigger stars the Japanese sports stars are in their homeland. Well, Hideki has 20 to 40 Japanese media follow him every week over here. So if he plays well and has to do the usual media that you see, you know, with the networks or the Golf Channel and a few other bits and pieces here and there, then he goes off to his own section of the media and he entertains 20 to 40 Japanese media every day, every round. You know, it's a lot to deal with. I've seen him he gets sat on a chair in front of him and they all huddle around and bombard him with questions. So, you know, he doesn't escape anything by playing in the United States. It's a strong following, and I think there's a lot of pressure on him, that's for sure, and be interesting to hear from him about that. Hideki, thank you so much for joining us today, and firstly, congratulations on becoming the Masters champion. I am so happy for you. Actually, it's the first time that I've seen you since you won the Masters, so this is a really cool thing for me, and I look forward to sharing many times with you at Augusta for the future.
本当に今日もアダムのチャンネル呼ばれるのがすごく嬉しくて。
Well, this is something fun that myself and Ben and Eric, who are joining us on the Fairgame pod, also are doing, and we did a little mini series on the Masters. So to kick things back off with our Changemakers episodes, it's perfect that the new Masters champion from Japan is joining us, and I think we've all got a lot of questions about the Masters, but also about a few other things. So welcome, and let's have some fun, guys.
So Hideki, it's a great pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on the win. I think it would be great to start with the obvious one. How has your life changed over the past few months since Augusta?
そうですね。まあもうみんながPGA チャンピオンシップ行ってももうみんながこうおめでとうって言ってくれて、今まで優勝してもそういうのはそこまではなかったと思うんですけど、そこがすごい変わったなっていうの、選手の反応がすごい変わったし、日本に帰った時はずっとニュースでやってるのを見てるのがすごいなんか違和感があって、逆に面白かったなっていう。
So you're still feeling good. That's great. That's great. It is a big deal, and you know, I can feel how it was. It's so cool that you got to go straight back to Japan and share the win with everyone back there. How was the feeling at home?
そうですね。2週間の隔離があったんで、何もできなかったけど、その日本のニュースとか、電話とか今まで以上にアメリカいる時よりは電話もしやすいですし、そういうところで帰って、家族にも会えたし、本当にすごいいい時間が過ごせたかなと思ってます。
So the first night out of quarantine, where did you go and what did you do?
まあでもその開けた時にもう実家に両親に会いに行ったので、まあそこで両親と一緒に会って、まあこのグリーンジャケットを着せてあげて、まあそこはすごく嬉しかったな。
That's wonderful. It's such a good time. I think for you and coming back and playing at the PGA is just the good feeling continuing. I've been with 18 to go. You were really right in contention for the PGA. So the game's good, but is it feeling good to be on the golf course as a Masters champion?
そうですね、まあみんなマスターズチャンピオンって言ってくれるのがもう本当に嬉しくて、まあ優勝したのにまだ現実じゃないような感じがして、まあ本当にそこら辺はなんていうのかな、自分で早く、アジャストしていかないといけないと思うんだけど、でもまだ余韻に浸ってるって感じです。
How often are you actually wearing the jacket? I see you have it with you, but do you throw it on often?
いやまだ2回しかマスターズから出て2回しか着てない。
It's nice that he has it with him, though. You know, I
Yes,
would have
it's
been
perfect.
disappointed if he left at home today. I coaxed him into bringing it down, but I'm very happy that you have it with you.
So maybe could we talk a little bit about your journey to winning the Masters? So you were the low amateur at Augusta in 2011. So 10 years exactly before winning the Masters. And so really, you know, it's kind of an amazing legacy to go from low amateur 10 years ago as a very young man to winning it 10 years later.
そうです。まあ10年前のローアマチュア取る時に日本でアースクイックがあって、まあ大変な時にまあマスターズ行けたので、まあそこの感謝っていうのは、まあ10年目でこうやってグリーンジャケットを取ることができて嬉しいのと、なんかそこでその時に出させてくれた日本の人とか東北の人とかにちょっとねいい報告ができたかなっていう感じです。
And in 2011, when the tsunami hit, which was really a catastrophic event, that actually occurred in Sendai, where you were in university. I mean, how emotional was that for you to go out and become even the low amateur 10 years ago?
そうですね。まあ僕がその3月11日っていうのはオーストラリアのゴールドコーストにいたんで、まあその合宿が終わったキャンプ終わった後のテレビで見て、まあ本当にびっくりして、自分が知ってるエリアも津波があったので、まあそういうのをね、まあ何かこうそこに出させてくれた人の何か力が働いてローアマチュア取れることができたのかなっていうのは思います。
Well, I think you've given him something really big now, Hideki, not just low amateur, but Masters champion. You must have got a sense of the scale of the importance of what that meant to the people in Japan.
まあでもその次の年も3日目にねアダムと一緒に回ってるんですけど、アダム忘れてると思うけど、まあそこで一打ね僕が勝ったのがすごく自信にもなったっていう。
That's why I don't remember. He's good. He's very good. But Hideki is incredibly popular, obviously already in Japan. We've played Japan Open together over there last year. 2 years ago now, the PGA Tour had the Zozo Championship there, and being in Hideki's group at that tournament was the biggest crowd, incredibly popular. So this is a hugely popular win in Japan, I'm sure, and a big boost for the game of golf over there.
そうですね。まあやっぱそのジャパンオープンであったり ZOZO 一緒にねアダムと回った時以上に次にね日本でまあもしアダムと一緒にプレーするんだったらもっとねギャラリーが多くなると思うんで、まあそこはすごく楽しみだなっていうのはあります。
Yeah, I'm sure, because now I'm seeing the trend. He beat me at that Japan Open. He beat me that round at the Masters. Actually, I was telling the guys, we played in 2014 at the Memorial Tournament on Sunday, which you won. We were playing together also. So I don't know if I want to play with Hideki too much anymore.
I think you might have to for you.
It's tough. He's tough on me, but we've played a lot of golf together over the years, and it's been fantastic to see see your evolution. This guy is one of the hardest working guys on the PGA Tour. If you think of hardworking guys in the past, Vijay Singh always had that mantle. I think Bryson gets publicized a lot as working very hard, and he does. But this guy is like the silent assassin out there on the range. He's non-stop work. And deserves everything he gets out of it. So it's fabulous to see when a hard worker comes through like this.
まあやっぱりねアダムの姿とかねいろんなツアーのすごい選手とかを見てる中でまあ早くね追いつきたいっていうこの人たちに勝ちたいっていう気持ちがすごく強かったのでまあそういうところで自然と練習は多くなったって感じです。
So did the work ethic build throughout your career, or do you think it's gotten more and more as you kept seeing there was good players everywhere you went, you kept working harder?
そうですねまあやっぱりジュニアの時もそれなりにはやってたけどその時間がやっぱりすごい学生の時って短かったのをどんどん自分の時間が増えていってまあそのマスターズでプレーして初めてプレーしてその次の年アダムにね勝って嬉しかったのとでやっぱ PGA ツアーに来てね、やっていく中でどんどんやることが増えていってまあそこで自然とやらなければいけないっていうこうステップアップねどんどんしていかないといけないっていうのはすごく感じてました。
And Hideki, you just received the Prime Minister's Award. You were only the 34th person ever to receive this award. What is it? Congratulations! And what is it about golf that you think resonates so well in Japan? Why do the Japanese love golf so much?
それはどうなのか分かんないけどやっぱり昔で言うと AON、まあ、ジャンボさん、中島さん、沖さん、まあ、それこそ丸山さんとか、まあ、PGA ツアーに来たりしてる、ね、多くの人が、まあ、活躍してて、まあ、そういうところですごい人気があって、今で言うと女子の方がすごく人気があるんですけど、まあ、そういうところで、まあ、ゴルフを好き、まあ、ゴルフ場もたくさんありますし、まあ、そういうのが影響してるんじゃないかなと思ってます。
I've been to Japan several times. I think you've been, Ben, and have great respect for a lot of their culture. And it seems Japanese people, through the history, have embraced things that require immense discipline. You know, whether it's calligraphy, whether it's the way they cut the bonsai tree, whether it's samurai sword making. The master sushi chef takes 29 years to become a master at it. Things that are very difficult. And I think golf's difficult too. Do you think there's anything to that as well with the Japanese people?
そうだね。もう本当に正解がなくて、もう自然とね、まあ本当に自分がいいプレーしても飛び抜けてその週良かった人がいたら優勝はできないですし、まあそういうところでそのチャンスをどれだけ作るかだと思うんで、まあそういうところで、まあ僕はすごいゴルフがすごい合ってたかなと思います。
I think an iconic moment, if I may say, came from your caddy, Shota Hayafuji, when he took his hat off and bowed to Augusta after you won the tournament. I mean, this is potentially the sports photo of the year, maybe of the decade. I mean, this has really become an iconic photograph already.
そうだね。まあその現場僕見てないから終わった後ハウスに戻ってみたんでお前何やってたんだっていうなんか逆に僕がびっくりしてまあやっぱりあいつの人の良さっていうかまあ日頃からね、ふざけたことやっててもあえてできるっていうことはねあいつの人間性が翔太の人間性がすごい出てるんじゃないかなと思ってまあちょっと嬉しくなりましたね。
Yeah, it's a nice, it is. It's a respectful culture, and he was showing respect. But boy, we hate it as players when the caddies kind of show us up. No, Shota's fantastic, and it is. It's really become a huge thing. I think shocking to us Westerners.
So you've got the Olympics coming to Japan, and you've brought the green jacket to Japan. How incredible is it that the timing worked out so well to be the winner of the Masters this year, and to represent the country so well?
そうですね。まあそこはまあ嬉しい気持ちと、まあやっぱりその今コロナっていうところで、まあ本当に今日本がそんなに良くない状況なんで、 まあその複雑な状況ですけど、まあね、今年ねグリーンジャケットを取ることができて、まあそれでねプレーできるっていうのはすごく嬉しいなと思ってます。
I feel like a gold medal would go quite well with that jacket. So
No pressure.
good luck.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Speaking of the trip back to Japan, as you may have seen, there was a photograph that was circulated around the Instagram and the internet of you with the green jacket and a Supreme backpack, which actually made a lot of people very interested and kind of curious about this. Are you a fan of Supreme and kind of the streetwear world?
全くない。あれはもう人からいただいたものをちょうど僕がこう荷物を入れるのにちょうどよくて、でその中にグリーンジャケットを入れれないなと思ってずっと手で持って。
And so you're not a Supreme collector, but Scotty Cameron himself said that he thinks you have maybe the best collection of putters of a tour player.
めちゃくちゃあるし、まあスコッティはすごい好きなんで、まあパターがあんまり得意じゃないっていうのもあって、やっぱいっぱいこう試したいっていうのもあって、たくさん持ってます。
Well, he does. I mean, he gets all the good stuff, right? So every week on tour, I go to Hideki's bag to just have a look at all the good stuff, that the custom kind of stuff that the collectors would love. And Hideki's always got a couple really fresh new special putters. But generally you putt with like, you have 3 or 4 go-to putters?
まあそれはメモリアルとか、まあもう10年近く使ってるやつが本当にエースだけど、まあその他に、まあ、マスターズで勝ったパターとか、まあ他のラウンドで良かったパターとかね、それは持ってるんで、まあ今週も4本ぐらいあります。
For this week, I'll have to check them out one day. You know, okay, because when I go over there and then when I see something really cool or unique or something like this, I have to kind of make the call to Scotty Cameron's place. Like, you know that one you gave Hideki that has like grooves in the face? And people, the collectors will be like, what, a Scotty Cameron with grooves in the face? But Hideki's got all the stuff. So, you know, that's where you want to go to see some really unique pieces from Cameron.
And so, what if I could ask, what is your ace putter? Is it a Newport too?
ニューポートタイムレスかな。ニューポート2タイムレス。
Timeless.
まあそのスペアが7、8本あるから。
Just in case. It's epic. Yeah, no, they're nice. Those timeless, they're really beautiful, beautiful putter. I wish I could use one.
じゃあアダムはなぜセブンウッドを入れるようになったのかすごい気になる。
Because Hideki, I'm 40 years old. That's why.
それを真似して5ウッドをちょっと試して PGA から入れるようになったんで。
Yes, that's what happens. It happens. I get older, but you know, the 7 wood kind of replaced the 3 iron, and now I have like a game improver 4 iron. So it just all seems a bit easier for me.
Hideki, but before a few months ago when you were at Augusta, what was the most memorable round of golf you've ever played, even from childhood through now?
もうパッと思いつくのは、まあ、マスターズの最終日が一番最初に今は思いつくけど、まあ朝からもうずっともう苦しくて息苦しくてもうなんか普通じゃない状態をずっとやってたんで、まあ終わってからも 2,3 日はもう全然寝れなかったですし、まあそんだけプレッシャーがかかってたんだなって思うと、まあそこのラウンドが一番思い出します。
Rightly so. Rightly so. I can imagine the adrenaline must have been pumping afterwards.
うん、すごかった。帰りの飛行機全然寝れてなかった。
I was just going to say, does that make all of the other rounds that you've been playing since, at the PGA, does it make it any easier?
まあまだ2試合しか出てないからわからないけど、まあ変わっていくんじゃないかなっていうのと、今までそのミスしてもすっごいこうナーバスに考えたのはちょっとずつこうマスターズチャンピオンなんだっていうこう楽に考えれるようになるかもしれないですし、それはまだ今から自分のゴルフをやってみてどう変わっていくかがすごく楽しみだなと思ってます。
A question I asked Adam in our first episode when we were talking about his victory in 2013 was if winning the Masters meant more to him as a golfer or as an Australian. And I'm curious if the win for you meant more to you as a lover of golf or as somebody from Japan.
まあ、僕はその自分のことは分からないけどアダムが優勝した時はちょうどテレビで見てましたし、まあ、グレッグ・ノーマンから、まあ、他のねオーストラリアのプレイヤーが勝てなかったのを知ってますし、ね、アダムが勝ってすごいなと、まあ個人的にはこうアダムが勝ったっていうのがすごいなっていう印象でしかなかったですけど、まあ、それがオーストラリアの中だったらオーストラリアのためだったとか、なんかそういうのがあるのかなっていうのはすごい今になって感じるかなと思います。
Thank you. Thanks.
ちょうどその2013年だけ僕出てないんですよ。その10年間で。
That's why I had a chance.
だから
That's what he said. Yeah,
だからすごいイメージが残ってる。かっこいい終わり方だったし、もう本当に。
So, Hideki, you've won the Masters now and you've had a little bit of time. Is it your mind is switched back into moving ahead? Or is there a bit of enjoying the Masters with the bad shots here and there? Or have you reset your goals and you're focused and Hideki's going to beat everyone for the rest of the year? What's the plan?
そうですね、そのマスターズ優勝して日本帰ってる間は全くそういうことが考えれなくて、まあ試合に出て自分のプレーがこううまくできなかった時にどう思うかなと思ったんですけど、まあやっぱりうまくプレーができない悪いショットバットショットばっか打ってるとだんだんもう自分に対して腹が立ってきて、でやっぱりうまくなりたい、もっともっとこううまくマスターズみたいに勝ちたいっていう意欲がすごく出てきて、で今はやっぱり次のメジャー US オープンに向けて何をするかっていうのことをすごく考えてますし、まあ今週も試合ありますし、まあそういうことはすごいやっと考えれるようになってきたかなっていう感じです。
It's pretty amazing how quickly I think we the competitors move on from like this massive high, and Hideki's already played a couple of events, but now he's focused here at the Memorial Tournament, and the focus shifts so quickly when it'd be kind of nice to kick back and bask in the glory for like the rest of your life, but it must be the competitive thing inside that.
そう、間違いないと思う。まあそれをねしっかりまあ PGA チャンピオンシップからうまくできるようになってきたから、まあ今週も楽しみだし、まあこれからのねメジャーもアダムと優勝争いすると思うし、まあそれはすごく楽しみだなと。
Yeah, hopefully, I hope so for many years to come. I know why you want to play with me. He beats me every time, but it's okay. I'm gonna put my head down and show Hideki I still got it. Hideki, it's been a real pleasure and an honor to have you on as the current Masters champion, and we've enjoyed your insight into what happened at the Masters and what's happened to you in your life in Japan and back here in the US since winning the Masters, and wish you the best of luck this week and moving forward the rest of the year. I look forward to playing some golf with you, my mate.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, mate.